Alright, this is match number 9 of Shaikhani Super League Season 3 being played between the NJS and Arham CC. 32 for 3 is the score for Arham CC. Remember, they lost the toss. They were asked to bat first. And so far, the batting power play has clearly belonged to the bowling side. And while Ghulam Mustafa was interested in that appeal, he thought he might have picked up a wicket of the very first delivery of the last over in the batting power play. But that wasn't the case because the umpire didn't move. He's still appealing. Well, he's still asking questions from the on-field umpire, but he has already made his decision. The batter was standing pretty relaxed. He did not even look at the wicket keeper behind him, so that just suggests that there was no batter involved. Otherwise, the wicket keeper and the bowler were pretty confident. Goes for a short one. Now that has gone high up in the air. This should be taken. Abdul Basit Zaki is too good a wicket keeper to miss out on that one. The umpire might not have raised his finger the previous delivery, but this time the batter was committed into that pull shot. He made a mistake, got a top edge, and Abdul Basit Zaki had to move just a little step towards his left to take that catch comfortably in his gloves. Fourth wicket has gone down. Umar is the man dismissed without even opening his account tonight, and Arham CC are 32 for 4. So 4 wickets have gone down in the first 6 overs. Mohammad Muazzam is coming to bat at number 6. Remember, this is the last match of both these sides during the league stages of the Shaikhani Super League Season 3. NJS are sitting comfortably at the top with 3 wins out of 3 games, and if they manage to win this one as well tonight, which is highly likely looking at the position the nation is in right now, well, they will straight away qualify for the finals. Fast bowlers have bowled exceptionally well for NJS. Talking about Matiur Rahman and Ghulam Mustafa. No matter if they bowl with the new ball or during the depth, they have made it very difficult for the opposition to score runs in the power play or towards the latter stages of the innings. And as a result of which, now they are standing at the first position of the points table. Fuller in length, and he had a drive at that one without using his feet much, and luckily he missed the outside edge. Ali Musa, on the other hand, has picked up 3 wickets tonight with the new ball. So we can expect the captain to give him an extra over, and he might finish off his spell with this new ball. Ghulam Mustafa, on the other hand, has just picked up his first. He has been a touch expensive tonight. Driven on the outside, this time he finds a gap. This will run away for 4 because the fielder has already given up. 2 fielders are after it, but the ball will win the race in the end. He tried a similar stroke on the previous delivery too. That time it was much fuller in length. This time it was slightly shorter and much more wider outside the off stump. Once again, Muazzam just going through with that stroke. Didn't use his feet much, but got to the pitch of the delivery and made sure that he found that gap on the offside. Ali Musa obviously didn't feature in the previous match against Zabrid Sports, but straight away he has made an impact with the new ball. Once again, a lovely delivery. Now that wasn't far away from the outside edge or from the off stump. An excellent over from Ghulam Mustafa. Almost picked up a wicket of the last ball too. It's a dot ball, but a successful over nevertheless. 6 overs completed. They are at 38 for 4. As expected, Ali Musa will finish off his spell with the new ball. The left-hander Tayyab gets an outside edge, will get a single towards third man. Remember, this is the fourth match of the league stages for NJS. All the teams get to play 4 matches during the league stages. The first team, the team that sits at the top of the points table towards the end of the league stages, will qualify for the final straight away, and the side at number 2 and number 3 slot gets to play the eliminator. If they go on to win this one, NJS, it's going to be Arham taking on Big Bang in the virtual semi-final. They bowled out Zabrid Sports on 121 a couple of nights ago, and they were able to chase down the target within 12 overs. They will be hoping that they can do the same here tonight. On that night, it was Abdullah Alam who was doing the bulk of the scoring for the opposition. Tonight, they have picked up 4 wickets very early. Hits it hard, absolutely slaps it past the bowler. That's going to run away for 4. It was a pacey delivery, but he got the length he was looking for. Didn't come from the middle of his bat, from the upper end of the bat maybe, but it still had enough timing behind it that it raced away past the bowler and those 2 fielders at mid-on and mid-off. Not only they have managed to pick up 4 wickets in the first 6 overs, but the run rate is just over 6. Goes for a bouncer. This time he goes over mid-wicket. A flatter hit. 1 bounce and into the fence. Ali Musa looking to surprise the batter with that shorter length delivery, but it was just a too much outside the off stump that allowed the right-hander to just free his arms and go comfortably over mid-wicket. Now back-to-back boundaries has allowed the fielding side skipper to make some changes to the field. There is deep square leg in place and the fielder at long on. Goes for a fuller one. Is there an outside edge? It is. That's the 4th one for Ali Musa. Couple of short deliveries and then followed that one up with a fuller end delivery. Once again, Moazzam going for that expensive drive outside the off stump. Didn't move his feet much and got a little tickle. Excellently held by Abdul Basit Zaki behind the stumps. He hasn't missed out any tonight. And Moazzam, after striking 3 boundaries in his innings, will perish. Arham CC have now lost their 5th wicket, and it's just the 7th over of the innings. So 5 wickets have gone down for Arham CC. The new man walks in is Hamza Qureshi. Not sure whether he's done with his A levels or not, because a couple of months ago he was representing Cedar College. Slightly fuller in length, worked away towards mid on and straight away gets the single to get up the mark. Surprised to see to him at number 7, otherwise he usually opens the innings for his side. Another successful over comes to an end from Ali Musa. He's done with the spell. 4 overs, 4 for 18, already a match-winning spell from Ali Musa. Meanwhile, 7 overs have now been done and dusted, and Arham CC are 5 down already. .46 for 5 after 7 overs. For the first time in the innings, we will be witnessing some spin from NJS. And they brought in their most successful spinner, Imran Sajjad. 6 wickets so far for the off spinner. And he hasn't gone for many runs either. Hamza Qureshi, meanwhile, is on strike. He's looking at that field on the leg side. Gets a full toss and almost carried to the field at extra cover. I guess it was Umar Chawla out there. He's a really good batter, Hamza Qureshi. Likes to score big in T20 cricket. Obviously batting out of his natural position because he loves to open the innings, loves to utilize the batting power play, but now he has come at a position where not only he needs to save his wicket, but he needs to make sure that his side score runs. Bowls a wrong gun and he read it perfectly. Hamza Qureshi hit it wider of that fielder at long on and will comfortably pick up a couple. He can turn the ball both ways, Imran Sajjad, and as a result, he has asked his captain to get a fielder at first slip for the ball that turns away from the righty. Some adjustments are being made to the field once again. Short mid wicket comes in. There is fielder at deep square leg now, and a fielder at deep mid wicket. Lofts that one over extra cover. That's a glorious hit from Hamza Qureshi. Might not go all the way for 4, but that just shows how confident he is. 50 comes up for RMCC. Not before they lost 5 wickets. But you can still expect them to get a decent total here tonight. Depends on how well these two batters bat out there in the middle and how many runs they get in this partnership. Tabbed it towards short third man. The throw is at the non-striker's end and the bowler came in the way. Otherwise, if that would have been a direct hit, you never know. But things could have been a little interesting at the other end. But he has looked busy so far, Hamza Qureshi. Hasn't played a lot of dot deliveries. He has looked to get those twos whenever he has placed the ball in the gaps. Left-hander Tayyab is now on strike. forward defensive stroke, goes for another sharp single. A bit of a fumble from Saqib Ikhlas will allow both these batters to run to their respective ends comfortably. So 6 runs coming in that opening over from Imran Sajjad. 8 overs done and dusted. Arham CC are 52 for 5. So the most successful bowler of the league, Matiur Rahman, has now taken the ball. The slow bowler specialist starts off with a wide down the leg side. In fact, has been given as a no ball because he might have overstepped. First delivery of the spell being a no ball, and there you can see the umpire signaling that the other delivery, the next one, will be a free hit. Now they won't be able to change their field because the left-hander Tayyab is still on strike, but they're still long on and long off in place, along with fielder at deep square leg and deep mid wicket, with one fielder protecting the boundaries on the offside. I'm pretty sure Matiur Rahman will be thinking about bowling that slower one, through which he has received so many batters in this league so far. Bowls a slower bouncer which has been pulled towards deep square. Imran Sajjad will pull that one off. They will pick up just a single on that free hit. Once again, NJS have made few changes, so they're playing 11 tonight. You can see in Moman Bari and Saif Chaudhary in the field. Obviously, they weren't a part of the previous match for NJS. Another slow one, but he played it so late, did Hamza Qureshi. He's looking at the ball till the last minute and then has always decided to play his shots. He knows he's got this big opportunity to score runs here tonight. He's up against a very tough opposition, NJS, who have been sitting at the top of the points table with 3 wins out of 3. So if he can score some runs here tonight against them, it will be a huge boost in his confidence. Bowls the slower one, chance for the bowler himself, and he takes it. Once again, the slower delivery is doing the trick for Matiur Rahman. Might have been an off-cutter, turned the face of the bat a little too early there, Tayyab. He had no idea where the ball went. Just ballooned up in the air, and he had to run a little backwards to take that catch, which he did comfortably over his head. And Matiur Rahman has done what he usually does with the ball in his hands. Picks up a wicket in the very first over. Tayyab Ali gone after scoring just 3. Arham CC are in a spot of bother. They are 55 for 6. Two right-handers are now at the crease. Salman has replaced Sayyab at number 8. Yes, another slower delivery this from Matiu Rahman. He has been exceptional with his variation in pace. Got 4 wickets in the opening match against Big Bang, and then he has never looked back ever since. Got some really crucial wickets in the previous match too against Bridge Sports, and made life miserable for almost every batter with his slower deliveries. He just get a single to get off the mark, but what an over this is turning out to be from Matiu Rahman. Apart from that no ball that he bowled down the leg side, almost everything has been on the spot. Now he likes playing his strokes, does Hamza Qureshi. He has looked comfortable apart from the other batters for Arham CC. Once again, just guiding it towards short third. Won't be able to get that single. An excellent over from Matiu Rahman comes to an end. 9 overs done. The score remains on 56 for 6. $56 for 6. Imran Sajjad now into his second over. A leg spinner who can turn the ball both ways. Once again, a sharp single taken. And he just put that ball in front of the field at extra cover and ran for that single. And Hamza Qureshi was ready for that. He equally responded to the call of his partner, and they both completed that single comfortably in the end. Well, he was looking for that big shot. Once again, found that gap between mid wicket and long gone, but it was Rahman Bari out there, so they will just get a run. He's getting a little agitated now, Hamza Qureshi, because he's losing his partners at the other end, so he knows that if his side needs to score a decent total on the board, he needs to get a big score, and for that they need to make sure that they get at least a boundary every over. Lovely delivery. Staying on the back foot to a delivery that was fuller in length was always going to be danger for the right-hander. That ball sharply turned away from him. NJS will be hoping that they can bowl the opposition out cheaply, just like the way they did a couple of nights ago. A low full toss swept nicely, but once again Matiu Rahman will come into play at deep square leg this time. Around CC, if they are looking to post anything over 120 or 130, this guy needs to get a big score tonight, Hamza Qureshi. It's not going to be easy, especially against Imran Sajjad at one end and Matiu Rahman at the other. Both of them are very skillful bowlers. A spinner who can turn the ball both ways, and Matiu Rahman, the medium pacer, who always surprise those batters with his change of pace. Excellent feeling from the fielder at point. Another dot delivery it is. Another cheap over comes to an end from the spinner. Just 3 singles off it. 10 overs done and dusted. And Arham PC are scoring at under run a ball. They are 59 for 6. Nicely played and nicely timed by the right-hander Salman. He gets a boundary now on the offside. Mansoora Rahman just erring in his length. A low full toss, slower delivery, but he presented the full face of the bat and hit it comfortably over extra cover. He's a kind of a bowler who doesn't like being hit away for runs. Mansoora Rahman, he always makes a comeback with the ball. Lovely delivery, a length delivery that was just coming back in. Salman was looking to guide that towards third man. Not a lot of boundaries have been hit so far in this innings. And they'll cherish every moment right now, RMCC. They know that they need a big score because they're up against a very strong opposition who bat very deep down the order. Another slower delivery, chance to the fielder at short third. This will be a simple catch. Ali Parvez Chawla standing there at short third, taking a very comfortable catch in the end as Mansoora Rahman picks up another. Salman once again a little too early into that stroke, got a leading edge, and well, the short third man did the rest in the end. Another wicket to fall for RMCC. Salman is the man walking back after scoring just 7. And RMCC are 7 down with just 63 on the board. Another change in the bowling attack. It's going to be Numan Bari now replacing Imran Sajjad. Left arm orthodox. As a right-hander, you need to watch out for that arm ball that comes back in, and also for that quicker one that he bowls too often. Slight mix-up, and he's very lucky to get back. Really sorry, Abdul Basit, there is no third umpire facility in this tournament, so there is no point of referring it to us. And he was comfortably in, just to let you know. There's a good throw right in front of the stumps, and Abdul Basit did the rest, but by that time, Ehsan was well back in. Not only the bowlers, but even the fielders have been on top of their game tonight. Leading edge, and he's very lucky that it's going to land in no man's land. As a spinner, the slower you're going to bowl on this track, the more chances you're going to create. Ideally, that was too wide outside the off stump. He was looking to just guide it towards mid-wicket. Comes down the track. And very lucky, once again, the ball didn't carry to short third. As if Hamza Qureshi is saying, enough is enough. Instead of losing your wicket, just go out and play your big shots. He's a very strong player on either side of the wicket, Hamza Qureshi, especially with that cut shot and pull. But so far, he has not got that length he has been looking for. As a result, he has been kept quiet at the other end. Lifts that one up. Chance for the fielder in the deep. Will it carry? Just falls short of Imran Sajjad. Two fielders very, very close to that ball. Saiful and Naseem from long on, and Imran from deep mid wicket. And in the end, the ball just falling a couple of steps forward in front of Imran. Otherwise, that would have been another wicket. First of the night for Numan Bari. Comes down the wicket, does Hamza Qureshi. This time the longer fielder settling himself underneath that, and he misses it altogether. It's Ali Musa who has missed a straighter one. And I'm pretty sure he did not even get his hand to it. Got to him at a perfect height, came down the track, did Hamza Qureshi, skied that one up in the air. Ali Musa just took a step or two forwards and might have hit his hands on his shoulder, but in the end it was a single nevertheless. It's 69 for 7 after 12. A double bowling change. First we saw Numan Bari, and now it's going to be Umar Chawla from the other end replacing Matiur Rahman. Hamza Qureshi once again dealing in singles only. Gets a single towards extra cover this time. Still scoring under a run a ball, Arham CC. Bowls are wrong and read it perfectly and pulled that one towards long on. Now there is one more match to go in the league stages in this SSL Season 3. Obviously, Zebrage will be taking on Gulberg Gymkhana tomorrow night at the same venue. Both sides still searching for their first victory. But that particular match, it's almost as a dead rubber because there is no significance of the result of that game. Oh, he played that very late. Very lucky that that ball didn't hit the stumps. He's shuffling across the crease a lot, Hamza Qureshi. He knows that he is up against a spinner who can turn the ball both ways. Gets a low full toss that has been hit away towards long on. A bit of a fumble, but that will only allow them to get a run. It's a pretty decent over from Umar Chawla comes to an end. Just 4 singles off it. 12 done. It's 74 for 7. 13 in fact done. 74 for 7. Another boundary for Hamza Qureshi, this time towards extra cover. He has started to open his shoulders a bit, Hamza Qureshi. We saw him taking a risk coming down the track in the previous over too when the life was given to him. By far he has looked the more settled of the lot. We talk about the other batters of Arham who have been dismissed so far tonight. He has missed almost every delivery. He has been very unfortunate that he has come out to bat so late, and his side is regularly losing wickets. Once again a leading edge, a chance at the non-striker's end, and the finger has gone up. For a moment we thought that Numan Bari might not have had collected the ball cleanly, but in the end he just made sure that he pushed the ball towards the stumps. Another leading edge that went to a fielder at short third at a pretty decent height, and then he had the presence of mind and throwing it back at the non-striker's end. And before Hassan could just drag his bat inside, Numan Bari had already taken the bails off. So another wicket goes down for Arham, this time courtesy of a run out at the non-striker's end. Hassan walks back after scoring just 5, and now they are 8 down. Once again times that one on the offside, but there is protection out there. Ali Musa this time getting to his left, stopping the ball and making sure that he saves 3 runs for his side. (82 for 8). First target will be to go past 100 for Arham CC and then look to score as many runs as possible from there on. Hits it flat, hits it in the gap between long on and mid wicket. Once again, might not go all the way for 4, but this time they will come back for an easy couple. (14 overs done. It's 84 for 8). Maybe Saqib Ikhlas was looking at the other set of stumps while throwing at the non-striker's end. This time he finds a gap on the offside, will run away for 4. 2 fielders are after it, but I just get the feeling he gets enough timing behind it. Standing like a lone warrior tonight for MCC, Hamza Qureshi. Once again, the good thing about that shot is how late he played that one, right in front of the stumps. Made sure that he got the middle of the blade and there was no chance for those fielders. Would have been completely different had he been sent at top of the order tonight. He's batting 130. A bit of a fumble and they'll get another single. Not only he's timing the ball well and looking to search for those boundaries, but he's also making sure that he gets a single on any opportunity that is out there. Lights that one up, took it as a low full toss, will just get a run at deep mid wicket. Expensive over from Umar Chawla. Couple of boundaries and 4 singles off it. 15 overs done. It's 96 for 8. It's Ghulam Mustafa who has been brought back into the attack once again with just 5 overs. In fact, just under 5 overs now remaining. Standing like a wall, Hamza Qureshi. Tucked away towards mid wicket. He has run the first one hard. Should have. Well, he wanted to come back for the second, but his partner didn't respond. Ali Umar. 32 of 27 deliveries, so he's now the leading scorer of this innings for Arham CC. Last over was pretty decent for Arham CC as they managed to extract 12 runs out of it with the help of a couple of boundaries, of course. Nicely driven. Almost found that gap between backward point and short third, but a half stop will allow them just to come back for a couple. 100 also comes up for Arham CC with that couple. But ideally, they will be looking to go past 130 at least to give something for their bowlers to bowl at. Failure at short third is tying his shoelaces maybe, because of which they have taken a bit of a break, but now they are all set. Ghulam Mustafa, who got a wicket with that new ball, is now bowling his last over. Coming wider of the crease, almost like a leg cutter. Square leg and mid wicket in place once again for the right-hander. Oh, that's a brute of a bouncer and almost carried to the short third. Once again, the throw is at the non-striker's end and he misses. Well, ideally, you expect the bowler to stand up to the stumps whenever the throw has been made at the non-striker's end, but he was just looking at the ball and I was expecting and hoping that the ball might hit the stumps directly. Ghulam Mustafa. Nicely driven. And once again, just couldn't get it past Umar Chawla at extra cover. You have to time the ball very well to get it past him. But full, it was driven beautifully. But it was very unlucky that it's Umar Chawla who got in the way. A single to end the over. He'll retain the strike at the start of next. It's 102 for 8 after 16. Matthew Rahman has been brought in. 2 for 9 in his first couple of overs. Starts off with a slower delivery. It's placed up in the end. It's into the gap. Once again, Hamza Qureshi begins the over with a boundary. I just get the feeling when he got those 2 wickets in his first, they have just allowed Hamza Qureshi to get settled, and now he's looking more confident. And if he can bat till the 20th over, you can still expect Arham to go somewhere near 135, 140. Good comeback. As a batter, you know that the slower delivery will come, but is it going to be an off cutter or a leg break? Once again, it's a back of a hand slower delivery that gets a bit of top spin, a bit of bounce too. And once again, the right hander was caught a little too early into that stroke. That's what he does. It's got a lot of variations. Matthew Rahman. Another leg cutter. Saqib Ikhlas from short third doesn't throw at the stumps, and since there was no one backing up, so they got an extra run. Once again got beaten by the bounce on that delivery. Was looking to guide it towards third man. A bit of a fumble from Abdul Basit, and then Saqib Ikhlas had a shy at the stumps. No one was backing up at extra cover on mid wicket, so that allowed Hamza to come back for an easy couple in the end. Another shy at the stumps, and this time he would have been a goner. Went straight towards Imran Sajjad at backward point, who had a shy at the striker's end, and Ali Umar had already given up because he knew he is not going to make it at all. And once again, the fielder missed, and that allowed Arham to get another run. It's going to be very hard to score runs against him. Unless and until you don't read the ball from the back of the hand, it's very difficult to judge where the ball is going to seam or turn after it pitches. And he's got so much control over those slower deliveries. Usually you see the bowlers in attempting that slower delivery, they just miss their line or length, and a length delivery turns into a fuller length delivery or a full toss. But that doesn't happen with Matthew Rahman. Has got so much accuracy, and he delivers that just a little wide outside your stump. Waited for that, hit it comfortably towards deep extra cover, will get a run, and once again make sure that he will retain the strike at the start of next over. 17 done, it's 110 for 8. Just a couple of overs to go after 18. Arham CC are 116 for 9. So Matir Rahman into his last over now. Starts off with another slower delivery that has been put away towards the offside. And now it's Hamza Qureshi back on strike. Now, out of these 11 deliveries, he needs to make sure that he bets at least 8 and get at least 4 boundaries out of them. And for the big heave, it's gonna go once again towards deep mid wicket. No chance for running coming back for the second run. Now with just one wicket left, did he need to go for that single? Should he have stayed at the crease? Danish, the last man in. Will he be able to save his wicket? Strikes one just to the right of the fielder at long off. Does the right thing by getting just a single. At one stage they were 7 down for 50 odd runs, and you can say it's a bit of a recovery for MCC, but by no stretch of imagination this total will be tough for NJS. Remember, they chased down 122 a couple of nights ago within 13 overs, so they'll be hoping that they can repeat that performance tonight as well. Once again, slightly short. He was looking to pull that one. Instead, it ended up towards backward point. Too early into that stroke, heading toe end of the bat, and luckily that ball didn't go up in the air. Even he's finding it difficult to get those boundaries in the last overs, Hamza Qureshi, although he has spent so much time in the middle. 37 deliveries for his 43. He was looking to come down the wicket, does Danish. Had to check his shot, just plays that one towards backward point. They have been made to work a little harder than they expected, NJS bowlers. So easily they could have rolled out the opposition without even allowing them to reach till this far, but credit should be given the way Hamza Qureshi has batted and has just hold on to one end. Another slower bouncer attempted. This time he middles one, but unlucky that this time it will go straight towards Ali Musa at square leg. Just 6 singles coming in that over from Matir Rahman. 19 done. It's 122 for 8. It's going to be Imran Sajjad to bowl the last over now of the innings. How many can they get in the last 6 balls? Of course, for the big shot of the very first ball, Hamza Qureshi misses it altogether. Won't be easy. One thing's for sure. He'll be hoping that he can get these remaining 6 runs to get to his personal milestone at least. We haven't seen a big shot from him, although he has fetched few boundaries in this inning so far. He has been given a life as well when a catch was put down by Ali Musa at long off. Staying on the back foot, but hitting it just towards Saqib Ikhlas, that extra cover. Singles are not going to hurt NJS. They know they've got enough depth in their batting order that they can easily chase down anything that they're going to get from here on. Hits it hard, but will just go towards Numan Bari at long off. Once again coming from the middle of the blade, but it's been difficult to find these gaps tonight. He's not that strongly built either, Hamza Qureshi. He's pretty young, not that tall either. So even if he's finding the middle of the blade, that's going just straight to those fielders in the deep. This time he looks to come down the wicket and will be stumped. With just a couple of balls remaining in this innings, Danish looked to come down the track. He was looking to sky that ball up in the air and hit it comfortably over long on, but missing it altogether. The ball also turning miles away from him. And Abdul Basit Zaki doing the rest behind the stumps. Another dismissal for Imran Sajjad in this tournament. He gets his first wicket of the night. And RMCC have been bowled out for 125 with just a couple of balls short of their 20 overs. 32 at the top of the over for Farhan Shah and 45 for Hamza Qureshi. Apart from that, nothing to talk about. Ali Musa, on the other hand, was simply sensational with his new ball bowling. Took 4 wickets for just 18 in a spell of 4 overs, and because of which RMCC have been reduced to just 125 in the end. So 126 is the target for NJS. So far they have made 25 in 2.5 overs. Saiful Naseem and Saif Chaudhary are opening the innings once again for NJS. It's Ali Umar who has now picked up his first wicket with another slower delivery outside the off stump. And he was given a life in the previous ball too when he was looking to go over extra cover and catch was put down. This time just a lazy push outside the off stump from Saiful Naseem. And probably his first failure in this tournament. After 3 very good innings in the first 3 matches, he is now going to walk back after scoring just 16. A simple chance behind the stumps for Hamza Qureshi. Ali Umar picks up his first. NJS in pursuit of 126. A 25 for 1. It's 25 for 1. Saiful Naseem was the man dismissed. Captain walks in. Saqib Ikhlas at number 3. Straight away hits that ball towards mid wicket. Won't carry to that fielder in the deep, but he will get a single at least to get up the mark. Just one outing with the bat so far from Saqib Ikhlas. Remember, he was struck on the head and then lost his wicket straight afterwards. Today he's coming into bat at number 3, replacing his Saiful Naseem, who was in scintillating form in the first 3 matches. Tonight he went out on a low score, but Saif Chaudhary is still out there. 7 of just 6 deliveries for the right-hander. Lovely delivery on that middle stump channel and just moved away after pitching. He was looking to play that one on the leg side, but the ball just seamed away after pitching and resulting in the hands of the wicket keeper. So successful over comes to an end from Ali Umar. 3 overs done. NJS are 28 for 1. 26 for 1. Goes for the big shot, the captain, and he has been dismissed too. A really good catch at the mid wicket. And all of a sudden, a couple of wickets have gone down in quick succession for NJS. Is this match going to be a little more interesting? Well, facing just his second delivery. He attempted that stroke in the previous over too. On that occasion, he played it much straighter, but this time straight down to the throat of that fielder at mid-wicket. So a couple of wickets have now gone down. Saqib Ikhlas, the man, dismissed after scoring just one. NJS are now 26 for 2. Wow, that should have been another wicket for NJS. Instead, they got a single out of it. Straight away, the first delivery went straight to that fielder at extra cover. He fumbled up a bit. Both the batters were left on the middle of the pitch, had no idea whether to go for the single or not. In the end, the fielder should have thrown at the non-striker's end, and instead he chose to hit towards the wicket-keeper. Tell you what, if that wicket would have gone down, things would have gotten much more interesting in this match. Tayyab got a wicket on the very first ball of Saqib Ikhlas. Now he's up against Saif Chaudhary. Slightly slower, hits it hard, hits it straight. Long on, won't be able to cut that one off. No matter how many wickets are going to go down at the other end, Saif Chaudhary is going to play in just one fashion, and that is to hit the ball as hard as possible and look to get those boundaries. He knows that it's a batting power play with just two fielders outside, so he'll be looking to maximize the opportunity of every scoring run. Goes for a big one. This time he connects and he sends that one over onto the roof. He has been looking to middle one. He finally connects one and he sends that into an orbit almost. A length delivery. He was misfacing for it. Just clears his front leg. Hits it with a flatter straighter bat and gets it straight over the side screen for a maximum. New ball has been taken because it was hard to retrieve that ball. Gets the top edge now. No one at the third man. So that will get another 4. Slightly shorter in length this time. Went for that pull shot. And once again, that full swing of the bat made sure that it went comfortably over the wicket keeper. And since the third man was inside the 30-yard circle, so it was obviously going to go for the boundary. So wicket of the first ball, and after that, couple of boundaries and a maximum from Saif Chaudhary. Now he gets that towards fine leg. Lucky that he get away with that. Yep. Otherwise, that would have run away for 4 as well. So 15 runs and a wicket in that over from Tayyab. 4 overs done. It's 41 for 2. Again, hasn't timed it well. Abdul Basit Zaki, chance for the fielder at mid-off. Another wicket goes down for NJS. Ali Umar gets another one, and it's a big fish. Abdul Basit Zaki looking to go downtown. The ball that was just following him, in the end, just hitting it straight up in the air and skying up towards the fielder at mid-off, who doesn't make any mistake whatsoever. So 3 wickets have now gone down in quick succession. And possibly for the very first time in this league, we are seeing NJS under a bit of pressure, as they are at 41 for 3 now, with Abdul Basit Zaki walking back after scoring just 1 run. Wali, the new man in at number 5. It's the first time NJS have lost 3 wickets in the first 6 overs in this league. Ali Umar has got a couple of them. They still got a very strong batting lineup. And NJS, they've got the likes of Umar Chawla and Munib Javed still waiting for their turn. But I just get the feeling one more wicket right now, and you can sense the batting side will start feeling just a little nervous. Bouncer attempted, given us one for the over from the on-field umpire. Every now and then both these pace bowlers have attempted a faster bouncer against these right-handers. Haven't been spins so far from RMCC. The length delivery worked away towards wide and long on region. Will get a single to get up the mark. Waleed. He also got a 50 in the very first match against Big Bang, but hasn't got much opportunity to bat in the remaining two matches. But today, he's got a chance to get another big score, especially with his side 3 down, chasing not many runs. 84 now more needed, and you can still expect these runs to be chased down within 15 overs as long as Saif Chaudhary is out there. Slightly slower, goes over mid-off. Another pull shot that has been hit over mid-on comfortably by Saif Chaudhary. And whenever he hits them, they usually stay ahead. We saw a towering 6 in the previous over. This time a length delivery. Hits it flat and hits it over mid-on for another 4. Apart from just the boundary of the previous ball, this has been a decent over from Ali Umar. Gets an outside edge, will get another 4 to Saif Chaudhary. But you could see that ball moving just a hint away from the right-hander, because of which he got an outside edge and it ran down fine. You won't be that disappointed, Ali Umar, especially with that boundary, because that came off an outside edge and it almost castled the off stump. 5 done, it's 50 for 3 NJS. So just 5 more deliveries to come in this batting power play. Waleed is on strike. No signs of spin so far from RMCC. Slightly slower, but we'll still get a sharp single towards mid wicket. Now there was oohs and ahs from the bowlers and the fielders because they thought it might go straight into the hands of the fielder at mid wicket, but that didn't happen. And Saif Chaudhary was quick enough to get down to the other end. He's batting on 29 and has just faced 13 deliveries so far. He's eyeing a big score today. Has just batted once so far for NJS in this tournament against the Big Bang, where he was dismissed after striking a boundary and a 4. But tonight he has got a start. Slightly short. He has flat batted that one. Oh, long on. That's a gorgeous hit from Saif Chaudhary. Normally, a delivery of that length ends towards mid wicket or square leg, but he managed to hit it straighter. Excellent timing and placement from Saif Chaudhary. It's a short arm jab from the right hander, and he gets the maximum result out of it. Once again, the ball hit the roof of the Gymkhana straight down the ground. He has hit 2 sixes now in that region. The umpires are just having a look at the condition of that ball because that hit the grill on the full. He goes once again, this time over extra cover and mid-off. There is no stopping him tonight, that's for sure. He was just looking to give himself a bit of room there, Saif Chaudhary. The bowler obliged, he followed him up, but he just opened the face of the bat there at the last moment and made sure that he found that gap over extra cover and mid-off. Although they have lost 3 wickets in the power play, but they are still scoring more than 10 and over. NJS. Slightly slower, gets it over mid-off. That's a glorious hit. He just waited for that one fraction of a second and made sure that he got it on the full. Although it didn't go that high off the ground, but he still got it flat from the middle of his blade and made sure that he ends the over with a boundary. So 6 and a couple of boundaries to end the over. And the batting power play where they lost 3 wickets, but they have still managed to score 65 in the first 6 overs. He's going to bowl out Ali Umar. He's now getting set to bowl his last over. Couple of wickets for 22 runs in a spell of 3 overs. He's going to be up against Waleed, who hasn't really struck the ball up till now. Couple of runs for him so far of 6 deliveries, whereas his partner has raced away to 43 of 16 balls. Well, there is no rush whatsoever for Waleed because they hardly need 61 more to win NJS. They have raced on to 65 for the loss of 3 wickets, and the bulk of the scoring has been done by Saif Chaudhary. Although he lost 3 wickets, Saifullah Naseem, the captain, Saqib Ikhlas, as well as Abdul Basit Zaki. Now it's Waleed who has tonked that one over towards long on. Will just get a run. And I just don't think he's going to change his fashion, Saif Chaudhary. Be it batting, power play or not, he just like to go for those big shots. Once again, third man is up. There is Steve Fine leg in place. In fact, as we speak, he has been asked to come back in. Two fielders deep on the leg side, one on the off side, and a couple of fielders straight down the ground at long on and long off. Another bouncer attempted by Ali Umar. This time it goes over the bat. Saif Chaudhary wasn't that comfortable while pulling that. Just got his eye off that ball at the last moment. And I just get the feeling the wicketkeeper might have struck once again. I think he looks in some pain. So we'll take another short break. It's a third wicket keeping option for RMCC tonight. For the first 4 overs, we witnessed Hamza Qureshi behind the stumps and the other keeper, and now it's Farhan Shah who has taken the gloves. Obviously, he wasn't interested in the role of being the wicket keeper tonight, but now he's got to do that job in the end. Ali Umar into his last over has got a couple of wickets up to now. Top edge will go down fine. No one is going to chase that one off. That's going to be another 4. Another bouncer attempted that was just going down the leg side a bit. Wanted to have a pull at that one. Might have taken off the top edge, a bit of glove, but luckily it went to the light of that fielder at short fine and ended up towards the boundary ropes. RMCC, after winning their first couple of matches against Zabrid Sports and Kulberg Gymkhana, have lost their third one against Big Bang when they couldn't chase down 200. And tonight they were bowled out for just 125. So a short delivery it is to end the over. 7 overs done. It's 71 for 3. Mahmood Jamshed comes into bowl, and the first ball has been hit once again over the side screen. A 6 to bring up a half century for Saif Chaudhary of just 19 balls. Well, you were about to mention how expensive he has been in this series so far. Mahmood Jamshed has gone for 10 and over in his 12 overs that he has bowled previously. And he has proved us right once again by getting hit for a 6 of the very first ball. Well, he goes for another one. That has gone miles up in the end. It's going to go over long gone. That is as good a hit as you can see all day. No turn whatsoever for the left arm spinner. Saif Chaudhary just giving himself enough room so that he can get underneath that and hit it comfortably over long on. He doesn't hit small sixes, Saif Chaudhary. He likes to hit them big. Two balls have finished outside the boundary ropes. It's going to be really difficult to judge the man of the match of today's performance. Is it going to be Ali Musa with his 4 wickets that he got in the power play, or will it be Saif Chaudhary because of his belligerent hitting at top of the order? Well, he wanted to go for another one. Has he found the gap on the leg side? The fielder at long on will cut that one off. Saif will just jog for that single. They're inching closer now. NJS. Remember, the target is not that big. This time Waleed uses his feet and hits it straight as an arrow. Didn't get the perfect connection he was after, but he still made sure that he hit it comfortably over the umpire's head. Couple of bounces and that ball hit the pavement behind the bowler's arm. So he has been expensive so far in this league. He's being expensive in this opening over tonight as well. Mahmood Jamshed, 17 of the first 4 balls already. make that 18 with another single towards long on. And I'm pretty sure Saif Chaudhary will be hoping that he can finish the over with another big shot. He floated that one up, but he's going to just get a single towards long off. And I think he did it deliberately so that he can get the strike at the start of next over. 19 runs coming in that over from Mahmood Jamshed. 8 overs are now done and dusted. NJS are now 90 for 3. Well, one thing is for sure, the umpires will have to ask for a different ball because that ball has finished on one of those nets straight down the ground. A medium pacer, just lift that ball up from the middle stump and look at how high and how far that ball went. He's in some seriously destructive mood here tonight, Saif Chaudhary. He wants to finish the game off as early as possible. It can go over within the next couple of overs if he stays out there till the end, Saif Chaudhary, because his side just need 30 more runs to win, and for him it's just a matter of 5 deliveries. That's a short one. Now that has gone high up in the air. Square leg is getting underneath it. 2 fielders got closer. Ali Umar finally got hold on to that one, but it bounced in front of him. Well, the distance that it went high up in the air, they could have easily come back for the second run too, but they've just gone for a single. Waleed decides to go big on the leg side and he goes over square leg. Another 6 for NJS, this time from the bat of Waleed. 100 also comes up for NJS with that 6. They are just 23 runs away from clinching another victory here tonight. Well, he was eyeing another one, came down the track, but just got a bit of extra bounce this time, Salman. Boundaries have been very easy to come by for these batters. Goes for another one. This time it might hit the light stand, but it doesn't. Still carries all the way for 6. Two sixes in the similar region for Waleed, and he had to fetch that ball from outside the off stump, but it was a stand and deliver stuff from the right-hander. Saif Chaudhary is hitting those 6s straight down the ground, whereas Waleed has eyed that square leg region. Now he has hit a couple of them in this over. Hits it flat, might go straight down to the fielder at deep in wicket, but will still get a run. So another expensive over this is for Arham CC. 7 overs done, NJS at 110 for 3. And he's now decided to bowl as a left-arm seamer, Mahmood Jamshed. He bowled the previous over as a left-arm orthodox where he went for 19. Now he has decided to bowl as a fast bowler. Waleed meanwhile came down the pitch and got a single towards long on now. Will Saif Chaudhary be able to finish the over in this game? They need 15 more to win. Took the pace off. Saif Chaudhary once again looking to go for a big one. Just gets an inside edge towards square leg where he got that run. Another convincing performance from the men in yellow tonight. They're going to continue with their winning streak. And they're going to finish at the top of the points table, because of which they will straight away qualify into the finals of this third edition of Shaikhani Super League. Another disappointing performance for Arham CC tonight. Goes for a big shot. He just used his wrists on that occasion, just safe, as he gets another one over the boundary ropes with ease. This time it was an effortless stroke. Once again it was pitched up, but look at how fast hands he has got. Brilliant timing and placement, and he has raced away to 72 now of just 26 balls. Comes down the track, hits it over long on. That has been the story of the night for Saif Chaudhary and NJS. Who would have thought that after going 3 down early on in the first 6 overs, Saif Chaudhary will still look to come harder at the opposition. And now he has hit so many sixes that we have lost count of them. So the scores are now level with that big hit. NJS just need one more run to win. The wicketkeeper is up. Fielders on the offside are standing inside the inner ring. What a performance this has been from NJS right from the start of the first innings, where they got so many wickets of the opposition. Ali Musa doing all the damage. In fact, they got 5 in the first 6 overs, and they haven't looked back since. Comes down the pitch, hits it over extra cover. It's going to be a partial straw from the fielder at mid-off, but that will be enough for NJS as they win another one comfortably by 7 wickets with 60 balls to spare. So that's going to bring a huge boost in their net run rate, but that's not going to count because they're going to finish at the top of the points table and will face either Arham Sports or Big Bang in the finals of Shaikhani Super League Season 3.